Hello everybody, Anthony Aniano here from RotoBaller Radio and rotoballer.com with the Week 1 waiver wire editions for hitters for your fantasy baseball season. Folks, don't forget, head over to rotoballer.com right now, sign up today for the MLB Premium Pass, save money at checkout using the promotional code ACES, okay, and get all sorts of great content, including our lineup optimizers, team sync tools, waiver wires, prospects, you name it. rotoballer.com has got you covered. Make sure you like and subscribe right here to the RotoBaller YouTube channel, as well as download the RotoBaller app. It's free for all the latest news and information in the world of sports and fantasy sports. All right, folks, so your draft is over. Full disclosure, I'm recording this Thursday, opening day. I got the Met game on in the background as I record this, so obviously things can change by the time your waivers run. Usually Sunday is when those waivers will run. So we'll call it the Week 1 waiver wire, depending on your league format, whether next week counts as Week 1, Week 2. Usually it is Week 1. And we're going to start 5 hitters to add for this week. A couple of speed options, a couple of power options as well. We'll start with the speed options. The first one, C.J. Abrams of the Washington Nationals. On Yahoo, second base, shortstop eligible. As always, we use Yahoo as our roster point. Our percentages, try to keep it at or below 50% rostered in Yahoo format. C.J. Abrams currently, as we sit here on Thursday, at 40% rostered. Slated to hit 8th for the Washington Nationals. Former first-round pick, 6th pick overall in his first season now with the Nationals. First full season with the Washington Nationals. Last season, hit 246 in limited major league games. 280 on base percentage was the big issue. Didn't strike out a ton, only 16.6%, but needs to improve his ability to draw walks. He walked less than 2% of the time. Why he's hitting 8th at the start of the season for the Washington Nationals is his inability to get on base at the major league level. Now, 2 homers, 21 RBIs, 7 stolen bases, and that's the intriguing part of C.J. Abrams, is his speed option. Like we said, essentially he was only drafted in about 60% in only 40% of leagues. He's available in 60%. This is a guy in 2022 between 3 teams at the minor league and major league level, hit over 300 in AAA, stole 21 bases combined. This is a player who's got 20-plus stolen base ability, especially now with the new rules in Major League Baseball. Only 2 pick-off throws. By the third, you either pick them off or it's a balk. So players should be running more than we have seen in the past. And C.J. Abrams, for that Washington National team that should struggle to score runs, will need Abrams to get on base and run. He's hit at the minor league level. Will he hit enough at the big league level? But he's worth a flyer. Maybe you lost Jose Altuve to injury, to that broken hand. C.J. Abrams could be a viable fill-in. Another speed option for your 5x5 Roto team is in Oakland. The center fielder, Esteury Ruiz. Pache, we know, got traded to Philadelphia. They're giving Ruiz the job in center field in Oakland. As of now, slated to hit 9th. Obviously, that can change very easily and move him up to the top of the lineup. 47% rostered on Yahoo. So he just makes the cut to be discussed right now in this video. Last season at AAA, he hit 320 with 85 combined stolen bases between 4 teams, AA, 2 AAA teams, and the major league level. Now, at the major league level last year, he only hit 171, but he hit over 300 in the minor leagues. He struck out at less than 20% no matter where he went, and his on-base percentage was over 400 through those minor league stops. So forget about that small sample at the major league level and understand that throughout the minor leagues, he got on base at an exceptional clip, hit very well at over 300. But for a speed guy, you give me a speed guy who's getting on base over 40% of the time, and I'll sign up for that. Doesn't strike out a ton. And again, I repeat the big number. 85 combined stolen bases last year, combined with all the teams he was on. It was 4 teams between the minor leagues and major league level. This is a terrific speed option for you. If you looked at your draft, you finished your draft, and you say power, check, pitching, check, batting average, check, I'm light on speed, go get Asturio Ruiz of the Oakland Athletics. I have him slated for a minimum of 30 stolen bases this year. Get him on your roster. He's available in 53% of leagues in Yahoo. Now, if you're just looking to add outfield depth and a good outfielder, take a look at Jerickson Profar, now of the Colorado Rockies. He was a late sign with the Rockies, slated to bat leadoff for this Rockies team at the start of the season. He's only 22% rostered. Jerickson Profar is the type of player, he's not going to win you a league. Okay, that's not going to happen. But he's going to be a steady fourth or fifth outfielder who you're going to plug and play and kind of forget he's there because he's just consistent enough to be useful. Last season, he hit .243 with an on-base percentage of .331. He's got a career 16.2% strikeout rate. I love that approach. A career .322 on-base percentage, and he hit 20 home runs twice in his career. Last season with the Padres, 15 homers, 58 RBIs, 82 runs scored, and he'll be batting at the top of that Rockies lineup to provide you some nice runs in that category with just enough pop to keep him interesting. Strikes out only 15.7% of the time last year. And my final two players, right, we've talked about the speed with C.J. Abrams and Asturio Ruiz. We've talked about the consistency of Jerickson Profar. If you're looking for power, okay, maybe that's the checkbox that you missed on draft day. If you're looking for power, two players to consider adding. Jorge Soler of the Miami Marlins. Okay, outfield, he'll DH mostly for the Marlins now. Hitting fifth in that Marlins lineup, only 10% rostered. Last season, a down season, only hit .207, 13 homers, 34 RBIs, struck out almost 30% of the time. But don't forget the 2021 he had. Again, the batting average was a drag. It's .223, but 27 homers, 70 RBIs, 74 runs scored. Okay, all projections have him at over 20 home runs this season. And this is a guy, remember that season he had with Kansas City, where I think he drove in 117 and hit 48 home runs. It's elite power production. Okay, that's only 10% rostered and can be a nice little cheap waiver ad if that's the checkbox you're missing after your draft. And the final play, off the Rhys Hoskins injury, and I spent a ton of fab on him on waivers that already ran, and that's Derek Hall of the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, currently, in most formats, only utility availability. However, that'll change whatever your rules are in your league as the season goes along the first couple of weeks. He'll gain first base eligibility, playing first base now for Hoskins, who's out for the year for the Philadelphia Phillies. 23% rostered is grossly under-rostered. Last season at the major league level when he came up, he had .250. On-base percentage was low. It was only .282. 9 home runs, 16 RBIs. When you combine that with his AAA, where he had .250 in the majors, he had .254 in the minors. Better on-base percentage of AAA, .330. 28 homers, 88 RBIs. This is a guy who last season combined between AAA and the majors with 37 home runs, 104 RBIs. Struck out too much at the major league level, only at 31%, but at AAA, it was only 22.6% of the time. Cuts down those K rates. If he keeps the batting average even over 240, I'll take it, because this is a guy who should hit 25 home runs by accident. So in review, my 5 hitters to add for the opening weekend of Major League Baseball season: speed, C.J. Abrams, Asturio Ruiz; outfield depth and consistency, Jerickson Profar; and power, Jorge Soler and Derek Hall. Guys, don't forget to give me a follow on Twitter at @Aniano Fantasy. Make sure you're listening to RotoBaller Radio on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio, 6 to 7 a.m. Monday to Friday. Like and subscribe right here to the RotoBaller YouTube channel. And make sure you check out the pitchers to add for week 1 of your fantasy football season. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a good one, folks.